The ugly truth behind the Ozempic fat loss craze. Making transformations like these take a tremendous amount of time and effort. Dieting is a 24/7 job, and working out 1 hour a day can be very annoying and possibly not getting any results for your efforts. The holy grail of fat loss has always been and will always be a magic pill. A pill that you can drink and lose all of your unwanted weight. What if I told you this pill exists? Well, actually, it's an injection. It does exist and it's called semaglutide under the brand names Ozempic and more recently Wegovy. A GLP-1 analog, its main use is to treat type 2 diabetes, but now has become extremely popular due to its weight loss effects with minimal side effects. Is it a weight loss miracle or is it a gamble? In this video, I'll dive into the science and if it may be the answer for you to finally be able to get lean and maybe even see your six-pack. Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Diamonds and I'm the founder of Sculpt by Science. We help busy professionals reach their peak performance with their health and energy and finally get lean sustainably. Over the past years, I've helped hundreds of people lose fat and reach their desired physique. Interestingly, some of my more recent clients have been on Ozempic before working with me. They lost a lot of weight and they also lost a lot of lean muscle mass. However, soon after coming off the medication, they quickly started regaining the weight as fat. This is what's driven me to make this video. The scary part is, I still speak to 3 people on average a week who are on Ozempic and are trying to lose weight and are now stuck between a rock and a hard place. So I had to do my own due diligence and here we are making this video. I wanted to share the potential risks of this anti-diabetic medication, something that many doctors and other influencers won't do. Ozempic injections have gained an enormous amount of popularity lately because of this fast weight loss results without needing to go and follow a diet or an exercise plan. I've seen it on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and popular websites. Let's be real. We're all living in a world where we're easily drawn to the latest trends and that's easy to follow, without considering the potential consequences and the misinformation out there isn't helping. So what is Ozempic exactly? Ozempic is the brand name for semaglutide, which is a medication originally designed to treat type 2 diabetes. Ozempic is an analog of a naturally occurring hormone called GLP-1, glucagon-like peptide 1, which means it works by activating the GLP-1 receptors that are mainly located in your brain, gut, and pancreas. The hormone is naturally made by the cells of your body, and when you eat, it goes to the brain and tells it, hey, you're full. It also slows the rate at which food leaves your stomach, and that prolongs fullness and satiety after meals. Additionally, the hormone stimulates the pancreas to produce more insulin. Insulin, a hormone that helps lower blood sugar levels by shifting the glucose in the blood to our cells for energy production or storage. Ozempic also reduces the release of another hormone called glucagon, which usually raises blood sugar levels. This helps keep blood sugar levels stable. A combination of all of the above will result in weight loss. You're simply creating a caloric deficit because you're feeling full all the time. In 2017, Ozempic was approved by the FDA to be used for treatment for type 2 diabetes. It comes in the form of a needle injection once a week under the skin, subcutaneously, but one of the side effects of this drug happens to be weight loss. As a result, it gained a tremendous amount of popularity on social media and amongst health professionals. With Ozempic, eating fewer calories is considered to be the key factor responsible for weight loss because it suppresses your appetite. It slows down the food in your digestive system. Once it became wildly popular, a lot of people started using Ozempic off-label, primarily for weight loss. Novo Nordisk, the pharmaceutical company responsible for Ozempic, rebranded this anti-diabetic medication and turned it into Wegovy with a higher dosage to prescribe specifically for treating obesity, and the FDA approved it in June 2021. Wegovy can now be prescribed for non-diabetic people with a BMI of over 30 or a BMI at 27 with at least one weight-related comorbidity like hypertension or high blood cholesterol. I've had many people interested in working with us at Sculpt by Science. The frequency of how many people are interested in working with us and the amount that have taken Wegovy or semaglutide or whatever version that they've taken is been increasing over time. At the same time, their experience with Wegovy and how they feel about it is all very much the same. So I want to be able to share that with you with a client of mine, Gregory. Now, Gregory had seen results with Wegovy. It works.
So she put me on this drug called Wegovy, and well, it works, I'll tell you that.
Now, I know a lot of people have tried it and have seen results shortly after starting the injection, but there are a lot of areas of concern with this magic pill. I've learned it the hard way. If something is too good to be true, it usually is. So what's the catch? If you guys are enjoying the video thus far, and you've had experience, or if you've heard from someone who's taken any of the medication that I've mentioned, let us know in the comment section down below. Let the people watching this video read what your experience has been like. If I'm wrong, please share that. Maybe it was life-changing for you in the most positive way. If I'm right, or if you have a different opinion, I want to hear it in the comments. Leave the video the gentle thumbs up if you want more people to find this type of content. But let's move on. The first thing I found is that there's no long-term safety data. Wegovy is quite new, and we're still learning about this medication. It's been on the market for only 2 years, meaning there's very limited studies done on humans, and there's yet a lot left to be understood about this GLP-1 receptor. As I mentioned earlier, the medication is a GLP-1 analog that acts on a GLP-1 receptor all over the body. The function of this receptor is not well understood in the lungs and kidneys. Now imagine you're taking a shot of this injection every week without knowing its long-term effects that it may have on your lungs and kidneys. After learning more about Wegovy, I wanted to understand what plans these pharmaceutical companies and doctors have for their patients after they take the medication. A 2022 study founded by Novo Nordisk, the actual pharmaceutical company that manufactures Ozempic and Wegovy, was conducted on 327 adults who fall within the BMI. They took a dosage of 2.4 milligrams for 68 weeks. People who stopped taking Wegovy after 68 weeks use regained 2/3 of their lost weight within a year, which simply means that the weight loss using Wegovy is hard to be maintained. Some of my clients have told me that they went right back to all the cravings, gained all the weight back, and they're actually in a worse position compared to when they started. So it seems what Novo Nordisk is telling us is that this should be a medication that you should take your whole life to sustain the results. So in case you're wondering, a month's course of Wegovy is $1,349, which comes to a total of $8,049 for 6 months treatment and $16,200 for a year treatment.
Blood pressure
To keep you alive.
to keep me alive, to keep me healthy.
But the coupon she was using for Wegovy ran out after 6 months.
She said, it's $1,295. And I said, what? We went from 25 to 12.95.
Did you drop the phone?
What? Yeah.
She can't afford it, and her health insurance will not pay.
It's expensive. And because it was so expensive, they said, well, if you should use this with a, calorie restricted diet and a regular exercise routine, which I've been doing for 3 years, but I saw no results.
My experience and from what I've heard from my clients is that it doesn't treat the cause. It doesn't treat the main problem. It treats the symptom. So you get weight loss, but it's not the right type of weight loss. With losing weight, you can lose muscle, you can lose fat, and you can lose both. Honestly, this seems amazing for Novo Nordisk's stock price. This also supports the claim that obesity is a chronic disease that requires long-term management, like high blood pressure or high cholesterol, lifestyle changes, and proper nutrition. The marketing is putting so many people in a position where they're looking for quote-unquote the easy way out or this miracle drug to save them. And look at my client Gregory. He started with us at Sculpt by Science at 180 pounds. And my first order of business was to slowly take Wegovy out, which is exactly what we did. And throughout the course of our 16 weeks working together, he dropped over 20 pounds, but eating more food than he ever has. And if you're looking at his photos, you can see that although he dropped 20 more pounds, he looks like a completely different man because we did it the right way. We focused and put our primary focus on not losing weight, but losing fat, and also building, if not maintaining, the muscle tissue that he did have. And this is what I want to implore all of you, is don't treat the symptom and treat the cause. Learn how to do it the right way, because at some point, very much like Gregory, you're gonna come to a realization. Hopefully you haven't made the decision yet. So now you may be asking, what are the side effects? But before we dive in, you may or may not know, it was always my dream to either become a plastic surgeon or cardiologist. Spending time in those departments is what inspired me to build Sculpt by Science. Before having to see a doctor because of the complications of your weight or causing you to maybe consider liposuction, my goal is to help people transform their physique and lifestyle forever, losing that unwanted fat, getting healthier, becoming more energetic, regaining your confidence, and so much more. A healthy body is a healthy mind. And if you're a busy professional professional. You've been focused on being at peak performance in your career. It's time that you get into peak performance with your body. If that's you, fill out the application in the description of this video to work with me. I'll see how I can help you best and how I can help turn things around and direct you on a plan that will get you to your result guaranteed. But let's get back to this Wegovy. Of course, no medication comes without its side effects. The first one is losing lean muscle mass. When people stick to their diet, it's often very deficient in protein, vitamins, and minerals. This will lead to losing muscle mass, leaving you with a higher body fat percentage than before, and you'll also be deficient in vitamins or fat that could cause hormonal imbalances. Let me define healthy weight loss for you. The main belief system at Sculpt by Science, it should be gradual, sustainable reduction in body weight that primarily targets fat stores while minimizing the loss of muscle mass. It also considers the person's overall well-being and their focus on maintaining and improving their health rather than solely aiming for a specific number on the scale. Another more common symptom is the GI symptoms. It is the most common side effect that happens in almost 70% of the patients that tend to be higher when patients are on higher dosages of Wegovy. Nausea and vomiting are the most frequent ones. About 5 to 10% of the users get off of the injection because of the GI discomfort and adverse reactions. Other common side effects are the diarrhea, vomiting, constipation, stomach discomfort, headache, and tiredness. These side effects could affect your job or your day-to-day tasks, your mood, and your daily activities, and in some cases could be potentially dangerous. And honestly, when I spoke to my clients before they started working with me, this was quite common. My experience and from what I've heard from my clients is that it doesn't treat the cause. It doesn't treat the main problem. It treats the symptom. So you get weight loss, but it's not the right type of weight loss. With losing weight, you can lose muscle, you can lose fat, and you can lose both. And that's what happens with a lot of the users who take Wegovy. And this is exactly why my client Gregory came to me, because he understood, hey, what happens, which is what happens to most people, and this is why I'm making this video, what happens when you finally make the decision to stop taking the medication? It's an instant reversal of all the progress that you've made. And it's the same thing with following a fad diet or these diets that are just simply unsustainable. And that's why I'm making this video. So why would you go down a path that is going to leave you at the exact same location after a period of time? Don't get me wrong. It's been able to help a tremendous amount of people move from a life-threatening weight to a weight where it's bearable. Another side effect is what is coined as the term Ozempic face. This is where social media started to become a bit more concerned because of Ozempic. Ozempic face is a possible side effect amongst Wegovy users, which is the sagging and wrinkling of facial skin due to rapid weight loss. This is almost like an endless cycle. You drop the weight, you lose the face fat, and then you have to put filler back up into your face, which is not sustainable. But what happens when you go off of Wegovy later on? Chances are that you will regain the weight and go through all of this just to get back to your starting point. Hypoglycemia or low blood sugar. As I mentioned earlier, Ozempic is originally an anti-diabetic drug that increases insulin secretion. While the side effects is not a common one, but again, low blood sugar could happen in some cases and it can lead to adverse reactions. Acute pancreatitis, meaning the inflammation of the pancreas, is again not a common side effect of Wegovy, but it has happened in some clinical trials and it can be potentially dangerous. Kidney issues. Kidney injury is not a frequent side effect, and the exact mechanism of how it may affect kidney function is not entirely understood. Wegovy can lower your blood pressure and decrease blood flow to the kidney and lead to kidney injury. Additionally, the GI symptoms like vomiting and diarrhea could lead to severe dehydration and possibly hurt your kidney if it's not properly managed. Now, a common question is, can you eat as much as you want while being on Wegovy? Clearly, no. The main way Wegovy works is by suppressing your appetite and slowing down food digestion, which will make you eat less frequently and consume fewer calories. If you try to eat like before while being on Wegovy, it will likely lead to extreme nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, or constipation, which makes sense as the injection slows down food leaving your stomach. Now, you may be asking, Dr. Mike, would you recommend Wegovy for non-diabetic people? The answer is simply no, I wouldn't. It is true, Wegovy has helped many people to lose weight. Clinical trials show great results for losing fat, but getting under the needle to turn your health around is never the best option. You don't want to be dependent on an injection to control your appetite forever. Discipline and habit changing goes a long way, and I'm speaking of many years of experience working with my clients. Trust me, it's doable. I've done it, my clients have done it, and so can you. I highly recommend, and in my life in general, when something is too good to be true, it usually is. Finally understand your body, figure it out, be able to understand what you can eat. My clients eat French toast, they have burgers, they have a glass of wine over the weekend. It's really about building healthy habits, building a scientific formula to finally figure out your body. But if you do want someone to guide you there and learn a way to treat the cause and not the symptom, then book a call to work with us and we will give you the exact same result that we've given Gregory. But it necessarily doesn't have to be with me. Work with any coach, with someone who can hold your hand and take you step by step so you can learn how to do things the sustainable way, the right way, tracking your macros, tracking your calories, hitting your steps, getting your sleep in. It sounds very easy fundamentally, but it is a 24/7 focus that you need to go through. That's easy to do, but you need someone with you so they can guide you, so you can get to your direct destination. But hope this video was helpful. I make this video to bring awareness, hopefully to stop anyone considering doing Wegovy and tell them, hey, you'll go down that road and I know what the end looks like. It's not an end you're gonna like, and to encourage you to do it the right way. But we'll leave the video there. Leave the video the gentle thumbs up if you did like it. If you want to work with us, the link is the first one in the description down below. And I'll see you in the next one. And if you've taken Wegovy or Ozempic or semaglutide, let us know your experience in the comment section down below. I'll see you in the next one.